Hello, my name is Dylan, but you can call me Buttercup. Happy first Saturday in November. The visuals for today have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I just needed something interesting to be doing on screen, so I'm gonna be fiddling around with my bag of stitch markers. A lot of the ones on top are from the Katrinkles Halloween Advent thing, countdown, whatever. It's not really an Advent if it's not Christmas, is it? Anyway, so a lot of them are from that. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So first I kind of want to talk about my last video where I was talking, because I got really frustrated with that one and I just kind of want to talk about it a little bit. So I do captions for all of my videos with talking. I tend to use captions a lot when I'm watching YouTube videos, and so I don't want to upload a video where I'm talking but don't have any captions, just because I would want them a lot of the time, and I don't think it would be fair for me to ask others not to use them because they're not available when I'm in control of the situation, if that makes sense. And most frequently the way that I do this is by editing the auto-captions that YouTube generates. I find it a lot easier, a lot less time consuming, a lot less effort than doing them manually by hand, and reducing the amount of effort required to have these captions ensures that they will be there for me. And the last video with talking was almost to my camera's recording limit, so it was quite long for me, and the captions, the auto captions, did not generate for days. I wound up doing them by hand the day after the video went up, just manually typing out and listening to make sure that I got everything, and it took quite a long time to get them all written out and edited and all that. And then once I had them all written out, YouTube had to generate timings for them. And the timings that YouTube generates on manually written captions tend not to be very accurate. So I then had to go through and readjust the timings to make sure that the captions for the things I was saying were on screen as I was saying them. I know you can't see my face in these videos. I do that on purpose. So it's kind of tempting to say, well, why do they need to be on screen at the same time you're saying them if we can't see you saying them? That's because of people like me who use captions because of issues with auditory processing. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer fan in the background, by the way. It's a little bit loud at the moment, but anyway, I want the captions to be synced up with when I'm saying what the captions are transcribing. For that reason, I use captions because sometimes my brain doesn't process what's been said out loud, and I need the captions to tell me what's being said. So that's why I do that. And that also takes quite a while and quite a lot of effort. Whereas with auto captions, it tends to be more accurate from the start. And because of that whole experience with a really long video for me, where the captions did not generate ahead of time and I had to do them manually, I'm recording this a week in advance, just to give it that full week to generate the captions, so that I can just edit them instead of having to do the whole thing manually by hand afterwards. And I've been gesturing with my hand off screen, which you can't see, and I'm sure was very helpful to you. I do tend to talk with my hands. This little bundle of stitch markers here, I'm kind of keeping together and at the top because I want to add jump rings to the little bulb pins. And so I want to keep them, like I said, together and at the top for ease of access when I get around to adding jump rings to them. So that's that. That's kind of a little explainer. I've also been thinking, and I might have done it by the time this video goes up, I've been thinking of changing the name of my channel yet again, because I'm completely indecisive, and naming the channel Buttercup's Fashion... Let's pronounce that correctly. Buttercup's Fascinations. I think it flows better. It's more syllables than Buttercup Yarn Art ASMR, kind of. But I think it flows better as either Buttercup's Fascinations or Buttercup's Fascinations ASMR. It gives me a bit more room to, not feel like I'm going off concept based on the name, and, feel like whatever I'm doing is okay because it's Buttercup's Fascinations. It's not just specifically the yarn art. I might change my mind again afterwards, but who knows? That's just currently what I'm thinking. And I'm also recording this while the video before this uploads and processes, which is partly why my computer is fighting for its life in the background, if you can hear that. So there's that. I've also been working on the Twists and Turns knit along from Stephen West. I have, at time of recording, I have completed through Clue 3. I left off the optional embellishment in Clue 3, partly because I don't think my shawl needs it, and partly because it's really fiddly, and I would just like to finish the shawl, and that would slow me down a lot, I think. So, but I'm behind. I haven't knit the last couple of days at all. Maybe by the time this video goes up, I'll at least be partway through Clue 4. I hope so. I would like to get to making some other things, and I want to have this finished because if I just go on to making something else, the Twist and Turn shawl will just go on the back burner forever and never be finished, which is not what I want at all. So, that will I will finish it. Maybe I'll be close to finishing it by the time this video goes up. I highly doubt I will be finished. But I would like to be. That would be really nice if I could be. But we'll see. It would be nice. It would be really nice. It's a gorgeous design. I saw the finished one in the video for Clue 4, and it's really lovely, and I will like it when it's finished. I am just saturated with shawls at this point. I did not think I would get to that point, but I think 3 mystery knit-alongs in a year is too many, especially 2 overlapping and 1 immediately after. I think that's too many all at once. So next year, I know, 1 or 2. Keep it simple. But I'm really looking forward to some of the garment projects I have in my queue. I'm really looking forward to doing those. Those are going to be really nice, and I want to get to them. But first I have to finish Twists and Turns, which I think this is going to be a shorter one compared to the last one being a behemoth, because that's about all I have. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.